Here we go, right into the show. You're in the Fargo Five, and this is the Fargo Famous segment. We're with Miriya Jacobson. Hello, Miriya.
Hello, Conrad. How are you today?
Fantastic. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So, Miriya, you came in actually all the way from Hawley.
Yes, I did.
So it is the Fargo Five. Some people think it's all about only Fargo. We do talk about the Fargo and surrounding areas. So generally Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo, sometimes Horace or Harwood. Hawley, a little bit of a drive out though.
Yep, it's a little ways, about a half-hour drive.
A half-hour drive. I think actually my wife is out there working today, believe it or not. You may have passed her on the interstate. You don't even know. So how long have you been living out in Hawley?
Oh, gosh. Let's see, probably 13-ish years.
13-ish years?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I mean, you were just a kid when you moved in there.
Yes. So I first lived in Georgia. I started my life there, and I lived there for 4 years. Then we moved to Scotland.
Scotland?
Yes, all the way to Scotland.
I'm going to act surprised, like I don't know you, and I didn't already know that. Yeah, Scotland. And you lived in Scotland for a minute, right? You were there for elementary school and junior high, I think?
No, so it was just 9 years. So a while. So I came here when I was 11.
That's formative, but you don't have, so your child age, you don't have much of an accent.
I don't. So the only time I really get an accent is when I get really excited or really angry.
Okay, yeah.
And my friends don't know the distinction, so they get worried.
That's wonderful. Can you bust some of it out right now? I mean, this is an audio.
I could probably, if you think about it, it just changes how you say your words a bit.
Okay. Sure. Very cool. What's a big thing you miss from Scotland?
Ooh, a lot of the food.
The food?
Yes.
So my understanding of UK food and Scotland food, is Scotland part of the UK? I'm very ignorant on these.
Yes,
Okay.
it is part of the UK.
My understanding is that the reason the UK became such amazing sailors is because of their food and their women. That's the old joke. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
but it's the food that you miss. Is it the haggis? I've heard haggis. Is it really? I mean, are you kidding?
I love haggis.
That's like your jam.
Yes, and you don't get it here, so it's kind of it's the things that you don't get here.
Because why don't you, for listeners, what is haggis?
So haggis is a traditional Scottish dish, and it is served most of the time on Rabbie Burns night, and so that would have your haggis, neeps, and tatties. Haggis itself is a bunch of the sheep's organ meat ground into kind of a sausage. And oatmeal is added to it, spices, and then it's cooked. Yes.
And spices. Spicy oatmeal with meat?
Yes.
So it's like a savory oatmeal.
So it doesn't actually taste of oatmeal because oats don't really have their own unique flavor, especially if you put them with meat.
Wow.
So it just tastes of like the lamb meat.
Uh-huh.
And you cook it traditionally in the sheep's stomach, but we don't use those anymore.
Oh.
We have synthetic.
Okay.
And then it's served with the neeps and tatties, which neeps are mashed turnips, and then tatties are mashed potatoes.
And this is delicious. People want to eat this. You want to eat this.
Yes.
Okay.
It is really like a big sausage.
And so I'm a little curious. You say you don't use this sheep stomach anymore. Why? Because like sausages are made from the intestine.
Yes.
Right. And we still use intestine casings or no?
No, we use synthetic casings most of the time.
We do. Do we have a butcher shop? Do people use that? Or okay, that's synthetic too, huh?
Yes, most of the time. I think it's sanitary reasons.
Oh,
like there's a certain people don't like the idea
of like eating the stomach. Well, otherwise
you don't even eat it. You kind of cut out the haggis.
Oh, really? So you're not, because when you eat the sausage, you certainly eat the casing, right? Nobody's peeling sausages out there.
No,
I don't think. But as far as the haggis goes, you actually take it out of the stomach, and then eat it. And so, what is it like? If you had to describe the flavor, what's the most similar thing?
Oh, if anybody's ever had lamb before, it tastes pretty similar to like a sausage lamb.
Oh wow, I had lamb the first time in a couple of years. Kind of tastes like blood, but in a good way. That's how I describe it. I really like it. I enjoyed it. My dog, who's no longer with us, she went just banana. I mean, I've never seen her act anyway. There's something about the smell and the taste. I mean, she just spaz out for it. So
I'm with your dog.
Lamb.
I love lamb.
Yeah.
I'm really picky about other meats, but I love
How
lamb.
do you season it? We used mustard. I guess mustard. We always did it with mustard, and then afterwards I took the bones and turned that into a soup.
Ooh.
Yeah. I boiled that with some cabbage. Cabbage. That's another thing that
That
entered
sounds
my
amazing.
diet. Yeah, it actually was really good and healthy. I like to eat healthy food. So you lived in Scotland and then you came back to the U.S.
Yes.
Lost your accent,
Yep.
but you've been in Hawley ever since.
No, actually, I spent a year in Moorhead.
Okay.
So I had 6th grade in Horizon Middle School.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, you are making me feel old. Horizon did not exist when I was in middle school. I went to
Yeah.
the old, I went to the school, it was actually torn down after I went there because I was just too awesome for it. Voyager. I went to Voyager, if you ever heard of that one.
I have not.
Yeah, they were like, too much awesomeness has passed through these halls. We're going to have to turn it into a giant field. It still is today.
Oh, I'm sure.
There was Voyager, Robert Asp. Does that one still exist?
Yes, that one still exists.
And George Washington, which also was torn down, I think. Or is that still there?
I am not sure on that one.
Okay, yeah.
I've heard of that one. No.
Moorhead always, well, they're currently tearing down the high school. They're tearing down the high school in Moorhead. They actually built the new one in the parking lot.
Yep.
And then they have them both standing next to each other, and they're about to tear down the old one. I just had my reunion there. So
Yeah, I did a tour of the new one, so it's coming along pretty good.
okay, yeah. Did not go in there. I did my reunion. We went to the old halls, and I walked through the halls. That was, frankly, it was a little traumatic. It was like flashbacks. It's like, oh my god, teenage years. It was pretty crazy. All right. Well, we are moving right along. We are going to open the music here with the Soran Bushi song.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, because that's what we're going to be talking about in our next segment, Fargo Fun. So,
Makes sense.
you get to enjoy the song, and we'll talk about it in just a few minutes here. Don't go nowhere.